Okay, we are live. Hey, how about that? We are live. Uh, well, it's the Lynn and Sheryl show, and it's just me on here, but we'll be right back after this intro. We are live here, and I am super excited to be back live. But Cheryl's not with me. I don't know if you paid attention last week. She said she wouldn't be here, and so to fill in her shoes, I produced this great show called Find It on Wednesdays with the one and only Debbie Bettendorf, and she had a guest, John Horton, which I fell in love with, and he's willing to come on here. Just an amazing, fun guy, and so I'd like to say thank you for being here, and there they are.
Here we go.
Debbie,
look at that.
and John.
I am not Sheryl, but she has big shoes.
Yeah. So let me display your guys' names here. There we go. So everybody
Slide
knows.
us right in.
That's right. Well, you guys, thank you so much for being here. And literally just seconds ago, we
missed
decided.
You, Sheryl.
Yes.
Thank you for not being here, Sheryl. I miss you, though.
And just a backstory, but it's still funny because it's all good news. But I guess my StreamYard is full, so it's not recording on my StreamYard, but it is on YouTube and Facebook. I just think that's funny of all days. So we're going to start out with all good news. So all good news is on, I think Monday. Yeah, Monday, was it? The 27th? Was Monday 27th?
I don't know.
I kind of lost a couple days of my life because my daughter went to the hospital in labor 26. So yeah, on Monday, my grandson was born.
Oh,
it was a miracle to be here.
Baby.
Yes, thank you. So that's the wonderful news I bring to the table. To be so close to a beautiful birth and knowing there was a knot in his cord and a blue baby and he's healthy. It just goes to show you, brings you down to the reality of life and how quick life can change one way or another. So in all good things, just glad he's here and he's safe. So
that's awesome. That's great news.
Thank you. But I did miss a couple days of my life there because I didn't know what day. I did know the time he was born, but that was about it.
Well, let's just talk about the fact that 30 seconds ago, backstage, John and I are like, Lynn, what's the topic? What are we talking about? What are we going to talk about?
I don't have a clue, Deb.
Well, all we want to do is we don't want to be Debbie Downer on here.
No.
And we don't want to be negative Nancy. So we just thought all good things would be a topic. And
you notice how everything negative is named after women? Debbie Downer, negative Nancy. I'm not saying it's not a woman thing. I know you guys have your month and your years and your whatever you have, but there's a correlation there.
Whatever.
I was going to say, Lynn could hit a button and I could be off this show in a second.
No,
exit left.
That's okay. I like that because I'm going to have to ask my chat GBT, what are some negative guy names that,
You're not going to find any.
Well, I might have to change this.
Yeah, I don't think about it.
Positive note.
No cool. Like, really?
Yeah,
and I think Debbie Downer needs to be. There's not one Debbie I know that's a downer.
Let's just. Someone's taking that a little personal, Lynn.
You never met my ex-sister-in-law, though.
Oh, so. Let's put that out there.
That's okay. I've loved her. I've been sweet to her, and she's not always been kind. So, I'm all about the good news. Is I'm all about one thing you learn. I'm trying to change the world. Is remember when you're talking to me, stick by what you say, because I have no filter. I see how it is. I'm like Amelia Bedelia. I'm just, I just see it the way it is, and I just share it. It's just the way it is.
Comes out. You just never know what you're going to get.
Yeah,
you gotta be ready.
Just a quick plug for these two amazing women. And I know I was told before this is my audition, so I got to kind of kiss your ass. But Lynn and Debbie, and Deb, I've talked about you and Lynn on my Tick-a-Tuck Live. I go live every morning. I'm old, and that's what we say. At 8:30, I give a mortgage update, a networking update, and Deb was kind enough a long time ago to join and just be extremely crazy positive, which I am like ridiculously positive. And, you know, follow these guys on whatever platform you're on. And I know, Deb, you have another show tonight, 7:00 Central, 8:00 Eastern.
Yep.
And every time I watch, and Lynn, yours yesterday, I caught it in the reruns, but every time I watch, man, you guys just have the coolest, and I keep going back to Ori Spado or Spado. I can't pronounce his name wrong because he's a gangster, and I'll be missing one day, and you'll know why. But just the stories they have are, and the way you guys interact, and again, like the first time I was on with you a couple months ago, made me feel so comfortable and honored to do it.
Yeah.
It's just very uplifting to watch it and hear these stories of these people and what they've done and what they've gone through, and the outcome is always positive. You kind of hang up at 8:00 my time here, and it's like, well, shit, this is awesome. This is
stuff.
Well, you're awesome too. You know what I just picked up that I had that I I hope she doesn't hate me for this, but I think it's so cute.
No.
Page now. She sells her feet now, thanks to you.
She's gonna be famous.
Oh yeah.
I can't help it. I mean, like, that's
Hey,
so
if you're
cool.
gonna be in the kitchen, you might as well dance, right?
Yeah, well, I'm sitting on my ass in the living room taking videos of her putting her legs up.
Typical husband.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
You go ahead and make dinner, honey. I'm just over here playing on TikTok.
Call me when you're done. I got to talk to Deb and Lynn. I'm really busy right now.
So, you know, what's really cool, John, is thank you for those kind words. I think when you stop worrying about the world as far as who likes you and who doesn't, and you just, all of a sudden you're being yourself and your right tribe finds you. Like, the people you resonate find you. And that's what I love with Debbie. And, you know, I've made friends through Debbie's guests and stuff, you know, and we fell in love with you. The world needs to know who John is, because you're a great guy. Your voice is very calming, soothing. You're just the whole package. You really are. So,
can I put you on? I can't say what I was going to say. Forget it.
But I was going to say, you know, and what's really cool is how many kids do you have? And you have some in the house and out of the house. Let's talk about those good things.
You know, I appreciate. Yeah, I have 6. 2 of them like me, so we're good there. And it's
it's a numbers game.
You got to have a favorite one every week. I had a gentleman actually again on the TikTok this morning, and he said, "You have 6 kids. Does it get any easier?" And that's a great question, Lynn, because when your kids are younger. Hello, beautiful people. Oh,
Theodora.
You know, when you're younger or when they're younger, all you're doing is running and going, football, baseball, cheerleading, whatever. But now there's 2 at home. They're either married, college, moved out, whatever. And the 2 at home are sophomore and junior in high school. So they're always gone. So you go literally, and my in-laws used to live with us. So you go from 9 people in a house to 2, and 1 is still sleeping. It's just... You almost need that. I don't want to say support group, but this guy was like, "Can I call you?" Because his oldest is 15 and he has 5 under that, and he was pulling his hair out. I'm like, dude, it sounds cliche, but man, does it go by fast? And all of a sudden, you're going to find yourself at home 7 nights a week. And
on the tiki-talkies.
On the tiki-taka, exactly.
Dude, I was blessed. I mean, now my house, I have it divided. It's a split level entry house. And so, but my daughter, and she actually moved out over a year ago, but I was blessed to have her in my house for 26 years. Okay. And she was paying rent, you know, for the last 2 years. Can
you say that again, but louder so I can record you?
Yeah, paying rent. Yes. She paid rent. But that was so fun. Okay, so that was the funny thing. She goes, "Mom," what's wrong with that? Yeah, she goes, "Mom, you know," she goes, "I don't like that everybody knows I'm living at your mom's house." I said, "Wait, you're paying rent. I don't go up there. That's the difference." Mm-hmm. And I said, "You're paying rent, and that's your space. So anybody can say anything, but you're paying rent like you were paying rent." I got her ready to pay rent wherever she went, you know?
Well, you know, I always said when the kids got older, I was like, "Oh my God, they're Leo love them." Like, oh. And then someone said, "Well, you know, how would you feel if they wanted to stay home?" I'm like, "Oh God, that would suck. Like, I wouldn't have done, like, all I want to do, Mom, is live in your basement." That would be way worse. But you know, when you get to that point, it's such a change, John. I know what you're talking about. It is like weird. A lot of commotion, a lot of action, and then it's just a different way. It's a different type of busy that you have to get into your new normal.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's definitely a process.
It's funny the mentality your kids have too, because like I try not, two of them are married. One is, I think, going to be engaged before I know it, but the two are married. And so it's like, I'm not the meddling mother-in-law, but my one daughter's like, well, Mom, you're supposed to call us. We're not supposed to call you. And the other one's like, well, I'm supposed to call my mom. So, and I call my dad once a week too, so it's so funny because you just don't know when that transition's changing, who's responsible to say hi and all that other stuff.
Hey,
There's Sandy
Sandy.
Archer. I'm supposed to be on her
Archer.
show tomorrow, I think. Yeah, tomorrow. She's having a show on dating, which you guys don't know nothing about because you guys are married. But anyways, thank you for being here, Sandy.
Thanks, Sandy.
That's
But
awesome.
all good things is, like they say, all good things must come to an end sometimes, right?
Oh, here we go. Here comes the positivity, Deb.
One good thing is going to come in and replace that. But we have a lot of stuff happening in the world that's not good, and we got to find the light.
Right, and we got to find
right,
and we got to find the good things that come out of the bad things, because there's always a balance. And Mr. Mortgage Man can tell you here, you got to have a debit and you got to have a credit, no matter what you do. I mean, I went to accounting principal in college too, even left or right, positive or credit, negative or not, there's got to be there's a balance. There's always has to balance out.
And it's one of those goofy things. And there was this class called Ninja. It's a real estate class. They rolled in the mortgage. Long story short, it's all about mindset. Yes. So I took this class and I'm like, is this a cult? What the hell is going on? This is just weird. But then they had people that came in that took this class. And it really is. It's one of those things that if you believe it, if you stick with it and you talk about it, you don't say, I want to be successful. It's all, thank you for making me successful. All these gratitudes, people think I'm out of my mind. But once you get into it, man, once you get into it, and they say it takes about 6 weeks, and then you literally feel something in your brain click, that all these things you've been manifesting about. And then you go on the damn Instagram. I know I'm too old for that, but you get on the TikTok and the Instagram and you start following these people. And then all of a sudden your feeds are nothing but positive. Kobe Bryant has some amazing feeds. Jack Honar, amazing dude up in Whitefish Bay. His wife's a realtor, Anata Holmes, super cool dude. And follow him. Unbelievable. Unbelievable musician.
For joining us. Yeah.
Thanks, Jack. But it is a mindset. And when you manifest that stuff, it's really weird because all of a sudden you find yourself hanging with people like yourself. You find what you wished for, you're working for, and it starts showing up. And then it gets scary because it really starts showing. And again, I thought it was a cult. I'm like, I'll go to this meeting, whatever. But then when it hits, man, holy wow.
And you do, just like Lynn was saying earlier, you kind of get back what you put out.
Well, you get the same thing with these negative Nellies, as we talked about.
Yeah.
You hang out with negative people.
Hey, wait, Nelly can be a guy. Hey, you just helped me out.
Nelly and 50 Cent. That was a rapper.
Nelly, so we got that taken care of.
All right, check off.
But listen, I want to say one little tip here that's a real big deal is when you call somebody, we have a bad habit sometimes to say, hey, is this a good time? Or no, is this a good time?
Is this a bad time?
Is this a bad time?
Yeah.
You're right.
Well, it is now.
I've learned to say, is this a good time? Because even saying that, I've conditioned myself to say, is this a good time? I catch myself because you don't want to say, is this a bad time? No, bad that you're calling? No. So it's the little things that you say. Hi, Mindy. Thanks for being here.
Good morning. And I'll tell you what, something I've coined, I haven't trademarked yet, but feel free to use it. I hold a little positive sales meeting with my team every Tuesday. So I said, you really need to reach out to 10 people a day. Don't ask them about mortgages. Check in on them. Right. They're like, how do I know? I said, do me a favor. Go to your contacts. Open up your contacts and spin it like a roulette wheel. Whoever it stops on that top line is the person you send a message to. And they're like, what do you mean? And they said, well, I haven't talked to this guy in forever, this woman forever, this what? I'm like, well, that's the point. They need to know what you do, whether it's mortgages, whether you're selling donuts or shoes or podcasts. Mm-hmm. And the response back from people is, man, you just checked out to check. You reached out to check on me. Mm-hmm. So it's called contact roulette. Please feel free to use it going forward.
Contact roulette, John. That's
I don't know who to look at, but
I was going to say yes. And the fact is that no one, and I try to teach this when I market people and brand people and stuff. One, you are not, I mean, like John, you may brand yourself as the mortgage person, but I don't look at it that you're John, you're a father, you're many things. You're not just your job. So the thing is being a human being, just being a human being to a person without somebody feeling like too many marketers do the whole, hey, I'm just calling him, blah, blah, blah. And their agenda is always to sell. And that
talk
is
about
such
something
a turn
else.
off.
They'll come
It's
back
a
to you,
turn
man.
off.
Yeah.
You're not the first woman to tell me I'm a turnoff, Lynn, by the way. That's just mark that one up there.
No, it's all good here.
He's
Remember,
trying
it's
to
all
tell
good.
me, John. Just John.
So no, but it's all good stuff here, but seriously, it's definitely important to just know it's all good things, because I always say this: people don't do the roulette of calling people, and the next thing you know is you hear they passed.
You know what? Next time we do a podcast, we're going to do it. We're going to pick up our phones. Lindsay Meyer's on, amazing woman. I got a meeting with her this afternoon at 3:00. Absolutely incredible. We'll pick up our phone.
You roulette her and she got the picker?
She did. I don't know who she is. I'm just meeting her at 3:00.
No, but I just want to say
she has a safe word. Her safe word is Debbie Downer. She's going to go live on Facebook during our meeting, and if she blinks twice, that means she needs help, and then we'll just go good from there.
Get your sign, get your safe word ready.
Hey, Lindsay, friend Debbie.
Yeah. No, all good things. No, speaking of safe words we were talking earlier, and all good things is I want to share too, is you really should get away from your phones, detach from your phones, and go somewhere where there's no tracking device of any microphones or whatever technology. And you should tell your family members a safe word, because with the AI that's out there now, people can record your voice. And the best way is to say, hey, what's the safe word?
Mm-hmm.
And then you would have that, you'd know whether it's a hack or not. And that's why I said
we're getting duped by things,
right.
And
so all good things is you can be proactive that's the only reason why I mentioned it. Because so what if you put a little password in something and you realize that later it might make a difference in your life? That's the reason why it's a good thing just to be prepared. Because I feel like every time you're prepared, then nothing bad happens. All good things happen.
You're absolutely right.
John, how's the Chicago weather? He's looking outside. He doesn't
It actually was snowing right before we got on the show. And then the sun, I think today we're having 3 of the 4 seasons.
Okay, well, typical. That's usually Ohio also.
Oh, I know. It's crazy. It's
what's going on in Montana?
Same thing as Montana. That's right.
But you guys get hammered in Montana with snow, don't you?
No, I'll let you think that. Let's just leave it at that. This place is getting a little packed over here. I came from Montana. I came from New York to Montana 30 years ago. Next month.
Yellowstone started everyone's like, oh, I gotta go to Montana. Like, come on.
Mindy, where's your company? Do me a favor. If you're on here, friend me on the Facebook or the TikTok. Hortini14 on TikTok. Or just jump on the Facebook. Because I'll tell you, any followers of Lynn and or Debbie absolutely blow me away.
Well, I'll just tell you what. We played around and we picked the topic really quick, but
we didn't pick a topic, Lynn.
We did. It's all good things. It's all good. Right.
Oh, that's right. We were very specific on our topic.
Before live. Hey, it's going to be all good. It's all good stuff. It is. We've all been talking about good stuff.
If I could see in the comments how many people think that this Mr. John Horton has a podcasting career with that voice.
Oh, yeah.
Please let us know. Because
how do I see the comments? If I hit escape, will I dump myself off?
No, just hit comments on the right-hand side. You'll see comments.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm usually a producer. I don't usually see stuff, but
I see exit full screen.
Dude, I don't even know how to use TikTok.
Okay, so I've got my book right here.
Okay.
Shameless plug. But no, here's what's funny. Speaking of the TikTok, studio place in LA. Thank you, Lynn. They have you seen this? Anybody watching, or John, because I know you get on TikTok, where it says the number 30 page in a book, just randomly pick it up to page 30. and you ask the question, what's your sex life like?
Oh, I'm getting the book. I'm getting the book. I swear to God, if this is a blank page, I'm going to kick your ass. Hold on.
Let me find my own book that I wrote about me. Let's see.
Let's see what it says. So turn to page 30 and read after you say, this
what
is
if the only book I have here is a Bible? Is that a bad thing or a good thing?
I kind of doubt that you don't have a book handy. Come on now.
Honest to God.
So anyway, Studio Place,
I know
NLA picked up my book, used my book as their page 30 challenge on TikTok. They said, what is your sex life like? And on page 30, the heading of it says, trends are fun, but they come and go.
I got to find the book. Hold on.
Well, it's so funny. My book is not included because that's not a good story on page 30.
You have to say the first line.
Oh, just the first line? Okay, I'll say the first line.
So what is your sex life like?
It says shortly after my boyfriend down the street moved away, and we'll leave it at that.
Okay. So, all right, John, what is your sex life like? Turn to page 30 and read the first sentence.
I'm gonna open Rex's book.
Well, first of all, it's the end of one sentence. On the thing on the top line on page 30 is good at what they do.
Oh, wow.
Power of persuasion, baby.
What is your sex life like? Good at what they do. Okay.
Well, check out Rex's book, page 30.
What's his
We looked at the finished work and think, wow, cool.
Oh my God.
I can't do that.
Okay, so here's that sucks. What now?
Okay, that could be the sex life right there, Deb. That could be page 30.
We don't have to turn any farther.
Yeah, Steve Sheryl.
So, what's your sex life like? Once Peggy and I made the decision to be together forever,
oh my God,
caring for each other beyond the call became the standard operating procedure.
We got Barry's book.
Does anybody watching have a book handy? This is kind of like the Pornhub of podcasts.
Here we go. Here's Barry's book.
Barry's book.
You have Barry's book there, Debbie?
No, I just have mine and Shillings.
Oh, wait, do you have Bob? I mean, God?
We had to, conversations with Bob.
Okay, so his says, these different changes and experiences, which are unique to each partner, put tension on the relationship, similar to stretching a rubber or elastic band.
Okay, well,
okay.
Barry Selby. That's what a sex life's like stretching a rubber band.
Oh, here I've got Mr.
Donnell.
Hunky Huggy Bob Donnell. Let's see.
I got to write a book, and when I do write a book, page 30, line 1 is going to be mind blowing.
Okay,
well, I think what yours was funny.
So Bob Donnell's is think about these things and put yourself in that time of day around these activities that you enjoy. And the places that will inspire you to help you set yourself up to win.
And I feel like that's him just saying, use your imagination.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah.
Right.
How many books do you have there, Lynn?
I know, Lynn.
Okay. Ramey's book. And then I'll stop at this one.
Okay.
Ramey, he's just a billionaire we know. Seriously. He's just a billionaire we know. Okay, so let's see. 30. Of Zaire.
Ramey Albatrawi, what is your sex life like?
At the time part of chain of 400 discount department stores, I recognized the opportunity that would make me first millionaire. Okay, all right. Maybe I don't know.
Money.
Well, that was funny. That's especially when you know the authors of the book. So it was really cute. Did you read yours out loud, Debbie?
Yeah. So they did. That's what I was saying. So Studio Place in LA said, let's use Debbie's book for page 30. And it was, what's Debbie's sex life like? And it says, trends are fun, but they come and go.
I love it. That was awesome.
That was fun.
That was fun. So I don't know if we taught our audience anything today.
They've probably
Remember Dr. Ruth? Remember Dr. Ruth?
Yes, the sex doctor.
She is
Absolutely.
wow. I mean, that as a kid, it was like, wow, this little lady is teaching me things my parents haven't taught me.
Well, John,
True, and she just yeah, but
what
she
you
just
don't know.
really was just so matter of factly about it that sometimes you felt like if it wasn't talked about, it was kind of like taboo and you shouldn't. And
Oh,
she
right.
was on our show, it's like, oh, girls, what you got to find? I was like, oh my God, like she's giving me the deets.
You
And for
go from her
15,
to Howard Stern. It's a
Yeah,
180
yeah.
right there.
yeah.
And for 15 years, I used to do lingerie and adult toy parties. So yeah,
Wow, here we
I
go.
always,
Shocker.
she inspired me. Not
Dr. Ruth.
all
That's
good
funny.
things, all good things.
Oh, good
We-
So
thing.
All great things apparently in the last 3 minutes.
yeah. I mean, like we just all learned to look at page 30 in a book and say,
And
and
have yourself a little giggle. It doesn't even have to be what's your sex life like. You could just make up your own thing and then say,
well, you ever open up a fortune cookie and you always read it and you say in the sheets?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
so I mean that's the same difference except
Or
with a
in my
book.
pants. Have you ever done the in my pants one?
No.
Okay. Anything your friends say that's funny and you followed up with in my pants. It's absolutely hysterical.
Oh gosh. I think we're all like toddlers. I mean, seriously, I'm gonna do it though, because that's
Oh, you
hilarious.
got to do it. You got to do it.
In
Yeah.
my
In my
pants.
Okay,
pants.
Debbie, you ready? I want to
Yeah.
go to sleep.
Yeah. In my pants.
There you go. See?
Well, and the funny thing is like, yeah, and you always have that's what she said or that's what he
Yeah.
said.
Right.
I'm gonna do in my pants. I mean, I may get fired, but
Right. But it's just weird. And again, if you're emotionally.
Oh, here you go. John,
Yes.
read this.
In my
Well, no,
pants.
well, let me see. Not read this, but
Wait,
it's just like this, right? Find it.
In my pants.
I hope you find it.
Okay, hold on. Got it. We're good.
All
Speaking
right.
of find it, what are we going to find out tonight, Debbie?
I
We
was
are gonna
just going
find
to
I'm
ask.
so excited. I'm so excited. My guest, her name is Victoria Wetzel. She's a New York City model, and she used to live in North Carolina. After graduation, packed her little bag, very little money, went to NYC, tried to make it. She's worked all kinds of odd jobs, and now she's made it, and she's doing great things. And the cool thing about her is she is a full-figured, if that's the correct way to say it, better figure it out for tonight, model who is a model with a message. And I said she puts the role in role model. So there you
Oh,
have
I'm
it.
going to need that for my new roles I got going for.
Yeah.
In
So
my
you know
pants.
one thing.
And I
Yeah,
got to
right.
tell you, the people that are on, thank you, that I know that are on, that if you haven't seen Deb and Lynn, make sure you follow them. Tonight, 7 o'clock, put it on your LinkedIn, put it in your calendar. And like I said,
Yeah.
you sit down at the end of the night, you flip it on for an hour, and the positivity, the people you meet, it grows your network. It's absolutely incredible.
Yeah. I feel
And
blessed to be doing this and to have all the connections with these amazing people. And it's true. It's just like, even if there's a story of hardship that they've overcame,
Mhm.
and find it really is like we're seeking for things in our life. What can we find? What do we need to find? And these are people who have found something, and they can inspire us to find it too.
And I got to tell you, Deb, I had a guy on the Tikataka as I was talking about you this morning. He went on to your website.
Yeah.
And I was honored to say, he goes, do you know you were on here? And I'm like, well, it's kind of the point. I was plugging myself. He said, do you know you're the third or fourth most watched clip on Deb's site?
Yeah.
Like, you got to be kidding me, because when you came on my Tikataka, I'm like, this woman is amazing. First of all, fabulous comes from within being your name. It's crazy positive. So I immediately loved you. And then to find out what you and Lynn do, and I can't say it enough, and I bring it up every time on every live stream I'm on, Facebook, LinkedIn, TikTok, Instagram, whatever it is.
Yeah.
You just don't find a lot of people that consistently do that positive message. Again, mortgage, whatever you're in, it makes your business, whatever rates are, whatever car sales are like, whatever grocery stores, you hang out with positive people, man. It comes right back to pushing the ass in a good way.
And John, I would love to be honored if you could make it to a Tuesday night show as we all see it Yeah, I know you're welcome, and
Yeah,
we'd be honored to have
and
you.
we actually do stick on topic on that one.
But we still have a lot of fun.
We don't have Lynn and Sheryl's sex talk.
Yes, exactly. Here we
No.
are. I am the new Dr. Rolf. I'm a little taller.
Well, you guys, this has been
and we got Howard Stern, aka.
There we go. That'll happen. No, and you know, Lynn and Deb, anytime you want me, man, you let me know, and I will drop anything to jump on. And
so, for you new fans that are wanting more of John Horton, you go follow him. But also, he'll be on next Tuesday with us.
Oh, there we go.
Tuesday night. Eastern.
Yep.
6 Central.
That's right.
No, 6.
It's 7 o'clock Eastern.
Yeah,
it's 5 o'clock Mountain.
It'd be 6 o'clock Chicago time.
Right. Yeah. We covered we just covered the entire country.
Yeah, we do.
Right.
A lot of us have different time zones. So any final parting words? I'll start with John.
I got to tell you, like the two ladies have just said, it is weird. There's a lot of unusual stuff going on. Keeping your mindset, stay positive. I look forward to followers, to messages. I get back to everybody, but you want to hang out with some cool people, man. I consider myself one of the ladies in my pants. No, that didn't come out well at all. That didn't come out well at all.
In my pants.
It's all good. It's all good. Oh, boy.
No, but I appreciate it. I really do. And thank you guys so much.
Thank you, Jack, for watching.
Jack, thanks for
honored
in with this. Like, I don't even know. We'll have to watch this back and say, I know I haven't made much sense.
But it was all positive.
It was all positive.
I'm going to write a book and stop at page 30.
You know what? Here's the deal. I know Jack well enough. His page 30 will be the quickest page you'll ever read, if you know what I mean.
In my pants.
Oh my gosh, I love this. So we did teach some people to, hey, just when you pick up the phone and you ask somebody, is this a good time?
No.
Yes. You know?
Send 10 positive messages a day. Do the contact roulette. Don't ask for business. Send a positive message. You know what? 10% will get back to you, which is huge. You do a mailer, 2% to get back to you. Is that the name of your book? The best 7 seconds of my life.
And it ends at 30 in his pants.
That's right. Oh man.
And Debbie, any final words?
Tell me something good. All right. That's all I got.
Tune in tonight.
Tune in tonight.
7
I'll
o'clock.
bring my A game.
I guarantee you there'll be no sex talk, but tune in tonight.
Right.
You never know. You just never know. So thanks again, you guys. Sheryl will be back next week, and I just think I may ask her, watch the show, and maybe we'll talk about the show. I don't know.
if y'all can make sense of this. Awesome.
And maybe, who knows, maybe they'll pop in on our show next week.
You never
Who
know.
knows? So have a good one, guys. Have a blessed day.
Thanks so
It is
much.
whatever Wednesday. It is hump day. Do whatever, but just
in my pants.
and just know you have a choice. Think something negative or think something positive, but think and find the good in all things.
Something good.
And so have a good one, guys. Love you guys. Appreciate you guys.
Thanks,
Stay there
ladies.
for the back room. And
for mints and champagne.
Okay. Bye, everybody.
We'll see you.
You're like a